Hello, my name's Jamie and I run an engineering business in Grantham. I'm Grantham born and bred and I was educated in Grantham, and I'm trying to promote engineering within the Grantham area so school leavers have a better idea of what engineering today actually entails. I'm quite aware that engineering can be seen as quite an old fashioned industry, and also the perception could also be it's just banging bits of metal together and it's dirty and noisy and not much fun. What I want to do is show young people who may be out of an age where they're choosing their career options at school, what lessons they're going to take, exams they're going to sit, and maybe shed some light on what engineering today actually is. My small business in Grantham is what's known as a subcontract engineering business. Predominantly, that means we do other work for other businesses. The sorts of work we might do are mechanical parts that would be made from solid pieces of metal or plastic, various other kinds of material. We would be provided with a drawing or a 3D model, and using the equipment we have in house, we would manufacture the part for the customer. Manufacturing the parts can be quite tricky. We have lots of computer controlled, what's known as CNC machines in the business. This allows us to make the parts to very high tolerances and also be able to run them autonomously for hours at a time. Within the business, there is not just the manufacturing side. It's supported by other kind of departments. These range from things like inspection, where we have a dedicated space which allows us to measure and check the parts that we're making for other customers and ensure that they are to their requirements based on the drawing and technical information that they supply to us. We also have a design service that we can assist customers with being able to engineer solutions to problems that they're yet to solve. So we may have a customer who has a component that is failing in service, so we can help them redesign that component and then manufacture new components so that they can solve the problems they're finding in the field. We use a lot of tools inside the business on the design side to allow us to produce 3D models and 2D manufacturing drawings. These typically are done in-house using software like SolidWorks or Autodesk Fusion 360. We also supplement that service with other more technical services like 3D scanning and reverse engineering. Reverse engineering is kind of taking a finished component. It may be an old component that there are no drawings for anymore, so you cannot manufacture it from a drawing, but we're able to measure and recreate the part by using things like 3D scanners to create a 3D model or help us assist in that process. We can then use that inside our design software and CAM software. CAM stands for Computer Aided Manufacture. This allows us to create complex machining patterns and strategies that the CNC machines use in the workshop. Within the business, there are also other functions like administration and shipping or logistics. So within our business, there is a very wide skill set from people who box and package parts to people who program and set up CNC machines. A career in engineering will give you a massive skill set. It will allow you to adapt to shifts in the market, You will have transferable skills that will allow you to potentially move into other industries. It will allow you to be able to grow and go and work for more high tech companies. It will also allow you and give you opportunity to travel. Engineering for me is a passion. I get a real thrill from being able to take what is someone's idea and turn it into a physical product that does a job for someone. Everything you touch every day has had some input from an engineer. Engineering in the UK at the moment is suffering massively from a lack of skilled labour. We desperately need more people to take up engineering and other STEM-based subjects. The days of everyone being a YouTuber or a streaming kind of person is not sustainable. I personally don't think, and we all complain about the price of goods and the fact that everything comes from China, and we're overly dependent on the Far East for our manufacturing, where what we need to be doing is bringing manufacturing back to the UK. What we need to be doing is training more people in these technical skills, not necessarily these sort of degree level qualifications where everyone's a super duper rocket designer, but the people who program and run CNC machines. These people need to be treated with a lot more respect for their skill sets. The sooner we can come about a change in this thinking means we'll be able to manufacture in our own backyard and produce things ourselves cheaper and faster, and hopefully then reduce our dependency on outside manufacturing. We find at the moment that the provision from training providers is very poor. It's very easy to sort of reminisce and say in the good old days or when I was young, but we find at the moment that the approach to the delivery of things like apprenticeships and other technical qualifications, they're kind of coming wide of the mark of what the industry currently requires. Inside Grantham itself, you can drive by many businesses and see job vacancies for technical jobs, you know, like CNC people and technical sales roles and things like that. But we're missing the point massively when it comes to the underpinning knowledge and the technical qualifications that these people are training in. We find many of the apprentices that come out of colleges and schools are lacking in very basic engineering knowledge. It appears to us that the way it's being delivered is more to teach the student how to pass an exam, not to actually teach them how to become a skilled engineer. One of the problems we've also identified, and okay, I'm going to go back a bit and say when I was young, but when I did my technical training as an apprentice, I was lucky that every person, every lecturer that taught me a class had come from industry and had many stories and also underpinning knowledge to back up the subject they were teaching, whereas now many of the people who are teaching have never had a job within engineering and lack that underpinning knowledge to support what they are delivering to students. What we're doing, Iconic Engineering and myself, we are in 2022 planning to visit as many schools as possible. We are going to volunteer where we can and try to provide face-to-face contact with students at that age level where they're making decisions, try to help them understand what engineering is these days and hopefully spark some interest in the industry. What we want to do is inspire young people, those kids that potentially have what it takes to become an engineer, and let them know that there is a requirement for these people, and it won't be a wasted journey for them to undertake an apprenticeship or train within this sector.